Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? It is Friday, spring break week for my kiddos, but the week is over with already. Whew, we made it. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. I tell you, when the kids are out of school, those days drag by. But honestly, this week has flown by pretty fast for us, so I'm very thankful for that. I know the kids aren't. Well, for the boys definitely not. They are not ready to go back to school, but the girls, they are so ready. I am driving. Yes, I do not recommend doing this. I just haven't posted a video in a while, and I've had a lot going on, and so I wanted to just I was running an errand, and I was heading home. And of course, I'm always thinking about y'all and filming, and so I thought, if I don't just film this video real quick, I probably won't get around to filming it till next week. And I do have a video planned for probably Tuesday. And I have everything set up for that. With the kids being home, and my husband has been home, his truck, it's been in the shop. We have to drop it off Monday. Dropping it off at the shop Monday will be the 5th time that it's been in the shop in the past, probably, I'll say 2 months. I want to say a month and a half, but time, it slipped by me, so it could be 2 months. But yeah, 5 times. Out of the 4 times so far, we've only had to pay the first time, thank God. The alternator was bad or something like that, cracked, or anyways, so we had to pay to get the alternator fixed. And then 2 weeks later, it started overheating again, took it to the shop, and there was a crack in the alternator, so that was under warranty, thank goodness. So they repaired that, and then he got the truck back, and then literally maybe a week later, it started overheating again, and had to take it back to the shop. And they had it for about a week and a half, and I don't remember what it was exactly, but it fell under warranty, so thank God we didn't have to pay for that either. And then so he got it back on, oh gosh, I can't remember at this point. It's been so many times. It's been in and out of the shop. But he got it back. So he got it back on a Friday. So this week has been the week of spring break. So last week was the kids were in school. So he got it back 2 Fridays ago. Then last week, he drove it to work Monday. Now, he works far from home. He drives an hour and a half to work and then an hour and a half back. So he puts miles on his vehicle. He drove it to work Monday and home, and it was fine. Tuesday morning last week, he was heading to work, got not even halfway there. So he drove it to work Tuesday, got halfway to work, and it started overheating bad, smoking, dripping. So he had to call a tow truck, and we did have to pay the tow truck $240 because it was so far away. And they had it in the shop for a few days last week, and they fixed something, and then my husband had to pick it up Friday, drive it over the weekend last weekend, and then took it back Monday. And that we didn't have to pay anything for that because that was still considered under the warranty. So he took it back Monday, and they were talking to him and still checking things out. And it didn't overheat. It ran fine over the weekend, but of course it was just around town. It was a 10-minute trip to the grocery store, and then it got to cool down. When my husband drives to work, like I said, he drives an hour and a half. That is a long time for a car, and it's back roads. So my husband is doing, 50, 55, 60 mile an hour, not stopping and going. So it's constant running. And so driving it over the weekend, really, it wasn't going to tell anything, but it ran fine. But when he dropped it off this Monday, about 4 days ago, and talked to them, they checked it, and there was a hose that was, okay, so I think what happened, there was a hose that was cracked or broken or something, and that's what they replaced. And so he has to, then they said that it could be something with the catalytic converter. And they gave him the option, and they said, it's running fine. You can either drive it, and if it messes up again, then we know that it's whatever has to do with the catalytic converter, and we can fix it. Or you can drop it off Monday, because they had to order the part, and we can go ahead and fix it. And my husband's like, we need to go ahead and fix it. So if it's just the one thing that has to do with the catalytic converter, then it's like, I think they said like $1,900. But once they get the part and everything, and they do the diagnostics and the testing and checking everything, if they're not fully satisfied, then it's two things that have to do with the catalytic converter, and that's going to cost us over $3,000. So it's honestly getting to the point where, you know, my husband drives, I want to say a 2014 Nissan Pathfinder, and it's an older car, an older truck. It's got lots of miles on it. It's literally his work truck. When he's home, we drive my vehicle. His truck is literally just to get him to work and back. But unfortunately, so much continues to happen to this truck that it's getting to the point where it's costing us more money fixing it than it's going to be worth it. A year and a half ago, not this past November, but the November before, so 2022, we had the same problem. We had the truck in the shop 4 times in 2 months, and it cost us about $4,000 combined out of all those times to get it fixed. And it did good. It worked. You know, it was fixed for about almost a year, and a little over a year. And then we started having problems with it again. And if this is how it's going to be, where we have to put $4,000 of work into it for it to work for a year, and then things start to happen again, we can't do that. Because in the past year and a half, once it gets fixed this upcoming week, whether it's $1,900 or $3,000, we will have put in the last year a good $7,000, $8,000 into this truck. And I guarantee you that's not even how much it's worth. So this is basically a last ditch effort in hopes that, you know, the truck survives and makes it. Because if it's not, then we're going to have to go and get another car note. And it sucks because we paid the truck off about a year ago. Literally, I can't remember if we paid the truck off right before all the problems started in 2022, in November 2022, when all these issues started, or we paid the truck off after. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's what they say. Like, you know, as soon as you pay your car off, that's when things start happening, and you end up having to get another car note. And that's exactly what we see happening. So, anyways, I just wanted to come on, touch base with y'all, let y'all know I miss y'all so much. I'm sorry I've been MIA so much. I'll be honest with you. I'm not embarrassed or ashamed, and it's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about if anybody is dealing with this, but I have never suffered from any kind of mental health issues. No anxiety, no depression, nothing like that. But 2024, it has just been taking me for a loop. Uh-oh, there's a dog in the road. Go home. Oh, sorry, guys. I know where he lives, too. I tell you, at the end of 2023, before New Year's, I was so excited because I wholeheartedly believed that 2024 was going to be mine and my family's year. I was so positive about 2024. And 2024 came, and it just has been, and I know I'm not the only one. I am not sitting here looking for sympathy, looking for a pity party or anything like that. I know so many of us are going through the same thing as me, if not worse. But for 2024, it feels like it has just been one thing after another. And it has put me into a depression. And hold on, I'm home, so I want to, hold on. Okay. It has really put me into a depression, and I didn't even know I was depressed. When things were going good, I would find myself not wanting to get off the couch. Sitting there thinking in my head, man, I really want to film. I really want to do this. I need to finish these challenges. I want to get my office back in order. But never having the willpower to get my behind up to do it. And I just thought, I was tired or stressed or whatever. And it took a while for me to realize that's depression. Not having the will, the want, the energy to function, to do, normal daily functions. Like not wanting to cook dinner, sitting there watching the dishes pile up, laundry piling. It's just been one thing after another. And, I'm babbling on here. Y'all know I love to talk. But yeah, I found myself, suffering from depression. Okay, so yes, this was a very abrupt change of scenery from yesterday's video. I do apologize. I was talking to you all about, how I realized I was suffering from depression, and all of a sudden remembered that on my way home I was supposed to stop by the gas station by our house. But anyways, yeah, I was just talking to y'all about how I realized that I was suffering from depression. And once I realized that, it got better for me. I would tell myself, today I need to get such and such done. And if I found myself sitting on the couch, laying on the couch, or sitting at my desk, just staring at what I need to do, daydreaming, I guess you could say, I was able to catch myself. And sometimes, I would have to take a little break, like, okay, I'm not feeling it right now. But, I'm going to take a little break and I'm going to try again. Or sometimes I had to just okay, I'm not feeling doing this right now. What else can I do to get myself up and moving? And I did that, and it has helped slowly but surely. I'm getting things done around the house that I needed to get done. Keeping up with, my stay-at-home mom chores. I'm so blessed that, we have our problems. Lord, do we have our problems. But I am so blessed to have the husband that I have, because he has never been the kind of man that, because I'm a stay-at-home woman, a stay-at-home mom, that he never expected, the house to stay clean, dinner cooked. I can't cook. He knows that. I don't cook. He does majority of the cooking, honestly. When I was going through, my depression, he would never say anything. And I don't know if he realized I was, or just, didn't care. But he would never say anything to me. He would just, come home, and after working, 8-9 hours and driving, 3 hours, he would come home and wash dishes 2-3 days in a row. So I'm so lucky that, my husband is just, when it comes to the house being clean and laundry being done and dinner being cooked, he don't care. He really don't care. We're not pigs. We're not slouches. he does, don't get me wrong. We have 4 kids and a dog. So our house does stay, no matter how hard we try, it does stay not messy, but cluttered, I guess is a better word. The kids come home from school, they drop their backpacks by the door. There's, a trail of socks and shoes and jackets and papers. They go straight to the kitchen. They leave, whatever they make a sandwich. They leave everything on the counter. They eat it, leave their plates on the, I have kids, and so, like I said, it's always cluttered, but we don't sit here, and you can walk through my house right now. It ain't clean, but you can walk through my house right now and it's picked up at the very least. And it's hard too, because I say we, but my husband hasn't been able to. It's been mostly me, but I'm still trying to, pack up, my mother-in-law's things, packing up her stuff, boxing up her stuff, I guess you could say, and then going through things like, we shared this house together. So she had, cooking items that she liked to use that I would never use. And so I'm stuck with, toaster ovens and so many different, I think I have 3 crock pots, different sizes, different Dutch oven. I have so many different cooking things that, like I said, I don't cook, so I'm never going to use them. And so I've been having to go through, all of that stuff. And I don't know if, the family's going to want to do a garage sale or a estate sale or whatever of her belongings, or if they're just going to, they don't care, just donate it, give it away, whatever. So I've been just kind of trying to go through, her personal items and box everything up to where, I know it's not going to be damaged or whatever. And then other stuff that's not personal, like I said, the household items. And, in her bedroom, she had her own bathroom. And so, her towels and things like that. So I've been trying to do that, and it's just been hard, because, I'd go through an area of the house of her stuff, and then I would end up with piles of, I'd have boxes of her keepsakes, and then I would have stuff that, we don't want of hers to, we're not going to keep or use. And so I would have to figure out, are we chunking that? Or are we, keeping it to try to sell or whatever? It adds to the clutter. But anyways, so I just kind of wanted to pick up where I left off yesterday. Obviously, I, again, rambled on some more. If you live in the Houston area, so it is actually Saturday today, because yesterday was Friday when I started filming. If you lived in the Houston area, I hope you're doing okay, because I know yesterday, Friday, kind of during the day-ish, in the afternoon, rush hour, northern Houston, they got some crazy rain, hail, things like that. And we ended up getting that at about 3 o'clock. It started about 4. And it was thunderstorms. It was thundering. And ended up waking my youngest daughter up. And so we came into the living room. And then the power kept flickering, so I couldn't go to sleep. And then I'm laying there, and the next thing I know, I start hearing this weird noise. And I'm like, what is that? And my dog immediately started barking. I'm like, what the heck is that? And to me, it sounded like my husband came from the bedroom, and I didn't see him. And he walked by, and he went out the back door to kind of check the weather. And so the sound sounded like somebody had opened the back door. And I thought that's what had happened. And so I got up and I looked around the corner, and the back door was shut. And I'm like, what is that? And as I, walked through the house, I could tell, I'm like, is that hail? And sure enough, it was hail. And it hailed it was crazy. I took a few videos of it last night, because we don't get hail down here. I cannot tell you the last time I saw hail. I mean, I'm talking about, oh my God, I can't even tell you. Like, 10 plus years ago, at the very least, was the last time I remember us getting hail. So I took videos, and it was loud. The hail started off as probably like pea-sized, and it was hailing, and then it kind of stopped. It let up. It was raining really bad, and then it started hailing again, and then as you know, it continued to hail. The hail got bigger, and it got as big as about, I would say, a gumball. Yeah, I would say like a gumball, like, you know, the quarter machine gumballs. Not the big ones that, you know, like at Walmart, you know, they have the big gumball machine. You put your 50 cents in, and the gumball goes around, you know, it goes around and around and around, and then you get it at the bottom. You know, those are about that big. This, I'm talking about like the, you know, about that big, which was pretty bad, pretty big. And I, of course, was freaking out because my car was parked behind, we'll see, there's my husband's car, and my car was parked behind his. And the way the hail was coming, it was coming like this direction. So his truck had a little bit of coverage from the garage, but I didn't have any coverage. And I was like, I have a crack in my windshield. I don't know how that happened, and I've been meaning to get it fixed, but I keep forgetting. But anyways, oh my gosh, I was freaking out, thinking that crack just spread. But thank God, you know, no broken windows, no cracked windshields or anything like that. I'm gonna insert the video, a couple of the videos from the hailstorm last night. Now, this is our back porch, and it's a mess. We had to redo our back porch because the boards, the wood underneath, see how muddy it is? We're trying to figure out a way to salvage the wood again, because with it just holds water here. It's just a low area, and the water eats at the wood, and ultimately it caused like the boards, some of them would go up and then some of them would dip. And so the boards were actually, see, these are going this way, but when originally they were going this way. And so when we're walking up like this, if one board is higher than the other, I was tripping. My mother-in-law fell. And so when she fell, I was like, that's it. We're tearing it up and we're fixing it. Of course, that'll be 2 summers ago this summer. But yeah, so we've been working on our back porch. So it's, you know, a disaster area, but I'm going to insert those videos here. And this is the area that you will see in the videos, and pay attention to how much water was in here, because it was a little bit of mud. Okay, so we got a little bit of rain yesterday afternoon, and the kids decided, as you can see, there's mud everywhere. But it, you know, rinsed off, no big deal. They came outside and they played in the mud, no big deal. But so it was a little muddy, but there was no standing water. And then the storm came, and just pay attention to how much water is in this area. And from the top of the porch to the dirt is, I would say, anywhere from about 10 inches to 6 inches. So like the deepest would be 10 inches, and the, you know, smallest, the highest would be 6 inches. So, excuse me, 6 inches deep. So 6 to 10 inches deep in here from the top of the porch. So you'll see how much rain we had. I did a good job videoing the hail for y'all, so y'all could see the actual hail bouncing off of the porch, because if you looked at the water, you could see, you know, the splashes, but you know, that could have been from raindrops, but no, those splashes were from hail. It was crazy. And then of course, you know, the water's gone down a lot. It's about 3 p.m. So, we've been kind of busy today. Look at my rose bush. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And it hasn't been too bad. We got a couple of limbs knocked down from the wind. You know, we got a limb there. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. And then there's that big limb, was actually in the middle of the road, and somebody moved it, but there's a lot of trees and stuff like that. Leaves and everything. And then of course the water in the ditch has gone down, so that's great. So anyways, I've rambled on enough. I didn't want to make this too long, so I should have a video up Tuesday. I'm not making any promises anymore. Saying I'm gonna have a video up. No, I should have that video up Tuesday. Like I said, I have everything ready to go. I have a date for when I will be doing my I will be doing a grand reopening. And it's gonna be, oh crud. Let's see. April. Hold on. Let me go get the date. Okay, sorry. My grand reopening will be April 19th. I will be either posting in community post or showing you in videos. But I will be showing you my new launches as I have them ready, or because I do have a lot, so I'm definitely not going to, show them all in one video, but I'll show some, like I said, either in each video or in community post leading up to my grand reopening. I'm so excited for that. Also, before I forget, I do want to say welcome to my 3 newest channel members. That is Miss Bunny, the wonderful Miss Bunny at Hop Into Budget with Bunny, and Jasmine at MS Mom Budgets. I will have both of their channels linked down below. And Lisa Walk. Those are my 3 newest members. Thank you, ladies, for your support. Now, speaking of members, if you are a member, or if you signed up for the membership, you most likely got an email about my channel, the memberships being put on hold. So whenever I got monetized, how you get paid through AdSense. And so when I got monetized, I got approved and everything, I had to go to AdSense and create a profile, an account, and they had to verify your account. And to verify your account, you have to have, a photo ID, a government issued ID, a military ID, things like that. Well, the only government issued ID I don't have a passport. I don't have a military ID. All I have is a driver's license. I lost my driver's license, but I had an old driver's license. So I just used that because my license, was fine. And I said, if I ever got pulled over, I could show them that it has all my information on it. All they need to do is verify that it's good. Well, I'm just lazy, and it expired, and I do need to just go renew it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. When I did the verification with AdSense 6, 7, 8 months ago or whatever, the ID that I sent in was my old license. Obviously, that one said it was expired. But, it actually, my good license was already expired at that point too. And they accepted it. Well, all of a sudden, 6, 7, 8 months later, for whatever reason, they decided that wasn't good enough. and that I needed, a better, a current government issued photo ID. And so because they, all of a sudden said that wasn't good enough, they put all my monetization on hold. So I'm not getting paid for any videos being watched, no memberships or anything like that. It's so aggravating. Like I said, y'all, I felt like so much has been happening, and I didn't realize it, but I allowed it to finally get to me and cause me to get depressed. So, I sent out everybody's new member Happy Mail already, except for Lisa. Lisa, if you're watching this, my email is in the description box below. I checked my SC and I could not find your name, no last name, as someone who has placed an order with me before. So I had no address for you. So if you could kindly send me an email and give me your address, and I will get your new member Happy Mail out to you. And I did send, for those of you who signed up in January with the new member Happy Mail, I sent your January freebie, February freebie, and March freebie. And then everybody else signed up in February, and y'all got your February and March freebie. I am going to continue with the perks of your membership, even though, I'm not getting paid. It's not your fault. It is kind of my fault, but, had they sent me something prior and saying, hey, look, we reviewed your account, this isn't going to work. You have, 10 days, 5 days, 30 days to, send us proper verification, or we're going to have to suspend your account. Had they done that, then I would have gotten the ball rolling. But I didn't find out about it until actually Jasmine and Bunny sent me a message saying, hey, I got this email. What's going on? So, anyways, but yeah, I'm going to continue with the perks of the membership. I don't think I will be able to do a members only video because obviously it's on hold. So I technically don't have any members, blah, blah, blah. But, I am going to, continue with the members only perks. I am working on getting down to the DMV to renew my license. I can't do it online because it had already expired. So had I done it before it expired, I think I would have been able to do it online. But no, now I have to go all the way down to the DMV and renew it that way, and then wait for it to come in the mail. Whatever. But so yeah, that's what's going on with the memberships and the monetization and everything. So I do apologize, guys. I'm doing the best I can here. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I'm working hard to get back on track, so please bear with me. Please be patient with me. And April 19th, my grand reopening for my Etsy shop. So I have lots of new items coming up, fun items. There's going to be, opportunities to win coupon codes for the grand reopening, giveaways and things like that. So just stay tuned. I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend, and hopefully, if I can keep pushing, I will see y'all Tuesday in Tuesday's video. Please don't forget to give this video a like. If you haven't subscribed already, I would be honored if you would consider subscribing. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.